Hey, in this video, I want to go through how we graph and find all the things in vertex form. A lot of this I will talk briefly about and then move on from it. So to start, I know that equation is vertex form really because of the parentheses. The other big giveaway would be on your test. It would be on the page where it actually says, oh, hey, here's the definition for vertex form. So as we get started, the first thing that we get asked is the axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is the opposite of this number right here. It is our h value. It's always lying. And I'm going to write x equals that. Now, it is incredibly important that you write x equals then whatever your value is. The axis of symmetry is a vertical line, and how we would write the equation for a vertical line is x equals. If you just put 2, you are not saying the difference between the number 2, the x-coordinate 2, the y-coordinate 2, the axis of symmetry, maybe a horizontal line. Because there is a graph right here, you have to put x equals. All right, next is our vertex. Our vertex is a point, so I'm going to write the parenthesis. The vertex can be found at the opposite of this and that guy. It will be the same x as our axis of symmetry, and then that last number just stays the same. So as I'm doing this, a couple of things I also want to point out here. If I don't see a number where it's supposed to be for, this is my letter H and K, those numbers are 0. So then over here on my graph, I would put a dot at 2 comma -4. Now, when I go to graph, everything is just about the vertex. I only care what is happening right there, just near the vertex. And the reason why everything is so vertex centered is if I choose a point too big or too far away from my vertex, it's going to go off the graph. So when I go to make my table, we need 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put my vertex in the middle. Here is 2. Here is -4. I'm kind of leaving a spot in the middle so I could show my work. You're going to use a calculator for this. Now, the numbers around my vertex, I want you to think of a small child. If they count down from 2, it'd be 1, 0. And if I count up from 2, it's 3 and 4. And every number I just drew in red, I am going to plug into my original equation. So what that's going to look like is I'll start with 0. I would take 2 parenthesis, and then instead of x minus 2, I would do 0 minus 2 squared minus 4. And I would grab a calculator, and everything I just wrote, I'm going to type. So 2 parenthesis, 0 minus 2 squared minus 4. Okay, when I get that, I get 4. So I would graph the point 0, 4. Okay, then I go, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. 1. I would type 2 parenthesis, 1 minus 2 squared minus 4. And on my calculator, I would type that in, and I get -2. So I plot the point 1, -2. Now, I can reflect it, right? This could be where I'm done. I just reflect. And if you're like, I don't know what he means, then what you're going to do is you're going to keep going. You're going, wow, I'm having so much fun. I'm going to plug in 3. When I plug in 3, 2 parenthesis, 3 minus 2 squared minus 4, I get -2. This should happen. If that doesn't happen, you have a mistake somewhere, right? Either your vertex is wrong or you type one of those things in wrong. And then I would do that for 4, 2 parenthesis, 4 minus 2 squared minus 4. Cool, and I got 4. On my graph, you can see what the reflecting points look like, right? Notice I'm color coding everything. This is what it's supposed to look like. And then what I would do to finish this graph is I would draw my beautiful curve. I would include an arrow, draw my beautiful curve, include an arrow. The arrows go up, the direction open is up. My vertex right there is the low point. It's a minimum. And here's quickly how to graph in vertex form. Notice most of this work was plugging something into the calculator.